course, we feel sad that we can't be with you in person because we'd love to give you all big hugs. But we're so grateful for wonderful technology and the opportunity to join everybody virtually. We all look forward to the next time we're able to be together in person, and hopefully that will be pretty soon. Now, I am feeling very lucky today because I'm joined by some fantastic people. You know who they are. Please help me welcome Nu Skin founders Steve Lund, Blake Roney, and Sandy Tillotson.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Ruth. How are you?
So today, as you know, we want to get some insight from you, our founders. A lot of these people on the call, they've never met you yet in person, and they don't know all the great stories from the beginning days of Nu Skin. So let's take a little bit of a trip back in time and go back to 1984, the year Nu Skin was founded. So we'd love to hear a little bit about how everything started and some of the early days of establishing this great global company. Sandy, why don't we start with you?
Well, let's see, I don't know how old I was, but I do know that in 1984, I had been a distributor in another network marketing company, and I'd had some success. And unfortunately, that company went out of business because of mismanagement. But what I learned was how much I loved to be part of a network marketing family, and how much I appreciated the growth and the development that I had in that experience. So looking to replace that experience was impossible because I couldn't trust any of the companies that were out there. So came up with this crazy idea to start my own network marketing company, and got together with Blake's sister, with Blake and Steve, and go ahead, Blake.
Well, we're going to reveal how naive we are because we were dumb enough in those days to think that we could build something from nothing. We thought, this is silly, we thought we could have the best product in the world. We did, but we thought we could have the best opportunity in the world, and we thought we could do the most good with our success. And we thought we could grow really big through those things, but we know now that's impossible.
Do you remember the day we came together to name our company?
Well, I remember sitting around a table. I was a young lawyer, just out of law school, working in a law firm, and it was time to fill out the paperwork, is the way that I'm remembering this. Is this a story you're talking about? You'd already decided about Nu Skin would be a good name, and when we're filling out the incorporation papers, okay, so now what is the name of our company? Nu Skin Company, Nu Skin Incorporated, Nu Skin Intergalactic, and then I said, how about Nu Skin International? And that was so hilarious because we were sitting in this little dark room, on a little kitchen table filling this about, how about Nu Skin International? And we all laughed, and I wrote that down, and that became our company name.
But you were young and you believed in yourselves. You would never have put the word international down if somewhere in the back of your mind you didn't think you could grow with this product and this opportunity and this culture to do better and do good in this world.
Well, we've been working to develop an amazing line of products. And so we had faith that our products, all of the good, none of the bad, all the ingredients known to be good, and we started sharing them, and we had great response to the products. And it's interesting because after all of these years, those original products are still part of our product line, after some enhancements.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more, because I know we hear about that, all of the good, none of the bad, but tell us about those early days when you decided to do that, how that rolled out, and the first distribution of those products, and why we have the name of our cafe that we have. Tell us that story.
Well, first of all, my sister Nedra came to me and said, let's create a skincare company, and it'll have a whole bunch of ingredients that are good that no other company has, and it won't have any bad ingredients. I didn't know what she was talking about, and I didn't believe her at first, but it ended up being true, that nobody had taken advantage of all the ingredients that you could take advantage of. Instead, they were putting in one or two good ingredients and then making a lot of noise about those, and making sure that it felt good when you first put it on your hands, whether it was good for you or not. So we actually compiled a list of everything that's known to be good for your skin and everything that's known to be bad, and went to a manufacturer to ask them to create the mix that would make that work and preserve it and so forth. And so our foundation really was a product that was just worlds better than anything that was on the market. And it really was. So when people got to use it, they wanted to use it forever. Even if they didn't want to be a distributor or anything else, they wanted to use the product forever because it was substantially better than anything else on the market. And that continues to be true today. Now there's a lot more science behind it, but that initial idea was certainly more than adequate.
And I just love that the product was so good, people came with their own containers. Tell us more about that, Sandy.
Well, what happened was when we first got our original grouping of product, we packaged it ourselves. We got a big tub of rejuvenating cream, let's say, and how do you get the rejuvenating cream from one container to another? We used spoons. So we were very glad that we started small and got bigger, because can you imagine if we were spooning it in one spoonful at a time now? And then when we ran out of containers, which happened often because the product was so popular, we'd ask people to bring their own container. And so we wound up filling baby food jars and whatever with our product to keep people using the products. So that's where the spoon story originated, and thank goodness we don't need spoons anymore.
Thank goodness for that. And for any of you who have not ever been to our Provo campus, we hope that someday in the future you'll be able to come visit us right here at headquarters and grab a bite at our wonderful cafe named The Spoon. And now you know the story behind the story. Now, all of that turned out to be a pretty impactful approach and something that you must have taken from country to country because you expanded, you went international. So tell everybody here today how you decided to expand your business further into the Americas and then around the world.
We just followed our distributors. This has always been about the distributors. We tried to design everything in the beginning and still today in such a way that it would allow distributors to lift others and to have their own success. And so as they had contacts in other countries and other places they were anxious to share this with, they put pressure on us. And we went to work on getting it approved in those governments and those other places. And so it was really a function of who had friends where. But they have a lot of friends, these people.
And Canada, I remember, as our first international market. And then the challenge of, hey, we need to put 2 languages on the packaging. And that was our first foray.
Canada, because people were driving across the border from Canada to buy our products in the United States and taking it back. And we started to have a problem with the immigration service up there. So we thought, well, we should open a warehouse up there. That turned out to be a little complicated, but we did it. And then we multiplied that by 50, and we've got the company we have today.
Mm-hmm. When you were 3 just out of college students, did you ever, in your wildest dreams, imagine Nu Skin like it is today? I mean, do you ever look back now and say, wow, that really happened? Tell us what you were thinking at the time and what you think about it now.
I think Blake did. When Blake was a little boy, he used to tell people, his brother would say, I want to be a fireman. Blake would say, I want to sell lotion. It's just been kind of always in his genes. Isn't that?
I think this career might have caught us off all by surprise, but it has been a worthy challenge because it's been a way for us to teach and help empower other people onto success. We're just ordinary people that had this success. And if people follow these same steps that we took when no one ever heard of Nu Skin, and we started sharing the products and talking about the opportunity with people, it became a magical combination that is still there today, better than ever, actually, because when you were a distributor in the early days, it took 6 to 8 weeks between when you ordered your product to when you got it. Now, I know that there's been some challenges in markets where things have been slow, but I have to say that we are much better at product delivery than that now.
We believed it would get big, even though experts were telling us we would not succeed at the time. But we believed it would get big just because we wanted the product. Once we knew about the product, we knew that we wanted it. And so we believed that other people would want it, and that it would get large. What we didn't understand is what that looked like, what that would feel like, and how hard that would be to try to keep ahead of that. But nevertheless, we believed it would get big. It was silly.
What we believed was that if we liked the products and our friends and neighbors liked the products, and there was no reason people in Moscow wouldn't like these products too, and in Japan and in other places. And so the model, our hope was we could build a model that was transportable anywhere in the world. So you could take a Nu Skin distributor and parachute them in over, the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and they would find a way to sell these products, because the business opportunity was compelling. The culture of doing for others, lifting other people is powerful. And then the business opportunity and product line combined together to create just a great opportunity.
It's truly amazing that the power of Nu Skin products, and even more so the power of the people that sell those products, has really built this company all around the world, just like it has to our America's family. Can you tell us a little bit more about our incredible sales leaders in the Nu Skin opportunity?
Well, it's funny because in the beginning, right, we were very much a male-driven business. There were a lot of men in the business. And of course they would, bring their partners along but now the transformation of this business, I remember we used to say, oh, how do we get more women in the business? Which is a weird thing because we're a skincare company, right? But now it's amazing how many women have taken up this opportunity to empower themselves, to use the products, to be a walking billboard of beauty in their own beautiful way, and to share products with people and then getting them involved in the opportunity. I've seen young mothers, I've seen people that have other jobs and other challenges find a home with Nu Skin. And it's really been amazing to see, because I found my home with Nu Skin when I was a 28-year-old mother of two. And so to see young women from around the world having that same success and building their own businesses, it's very exciting.
Home is a good word, because you become part of a family. The distributor force, the distributors are magic. They're amazing, their ability to work and to accomplish and to lift other people in their lives, and the products help do that, and the opportunity helps do that, and the success that people have helps them to do that. But you become a family that helps each other to lift others, and so it's appealing to all of us, to everybody. People who would go away normally tend to want to stay, so they can be part of this family that's leading a very meaningful existence.
You've all talked about family and this company and the culture, our Force for Good culture. It really does make Nu Skin such a great company to be a part of. Can you tell us a little bit more about the culture and how it's really translated across every market around the world? Steve, we've got to start with you.
Well, the culture of the business really started with these two, and in those very early days, one of the first things that Blake described to me in the first sentences about what this company would be was that we wanted it to stand for something more than money, and recognizing that people will do more, be more loyal for a cause than they will be for a check. And so, we started out supporting cancer victims and families. We went on to support schools and education, and we continue to support children. Vitameal is a great story. 20 years or so ago, we found a way to make these foods available by distributors buying this nutritionally dense product that could be eaten by children who were malnourished in the third world. And so we gave our distributors the opportunity to buy these products and then donate them so that we could help children around the world, and focused particularly a good deal in Asia, but more than that even in Africa. And so this model of using some of the success that you have in order to lift other people translated into our corporate responsibility work, where people are taking their resources and helping people who are in desperate trouble. When you're combined in a cause like that, however far and wide we go across the world, we're bound together by by that kind of human generosity.
Thanks. Blake, if Steve says that you and Sandy had this vision early on, almost every company today in 2020 has a corporate social responsibility part. but you're telling me 36 years ago, this is how you were thinking. At your
Yeah,
young age.
we actually invented that. We invented that.
Exactly. So what drove you? How did you know that that would be such a critical part of success in a business?
We didn't. We first did it almost secretly. It was something that we didn't talk about. We started donating and doing things and trying to do good as we went. And then along the way, we figured out that all of humanity, almost all of humanity, want to have a meaningful existence like that and participate in that, and it became central to our message and to our New Skin family. But having this whole family of people who are interested in accomplishing positive things with their success along the way, it became central to our whole marketing message and everything that we do, and it became so valuable to the business. And it's the most important part, as far as I'm concerned, because it's the part that makes it enjoyable to stay involved, it's just fun to help people. And the distributor force has helped an incredible number of people.
It's really our community. It's what we do. Once you've been able to, pay your check, pay your bills, and take care of things, we take care of each other. And this just expanded into the world and an opportunity to lift others up that are not in a position to embrace the opportunity.
I think another thing that motivates the New Skin family is we have these huge overarching projects where we can focus all of this goodwill of our distributor force in places like Malawi and where disasters erupt. But we're also doing a lot of good on the ground in each of our local markets, so that people who see and support the company can see us making a difference as a company in their own communities as well as globally.
Well, and we do it for each other. When we come together as a community, over social media, I see so many people, when someone loses a loved one, when someone is sick, there's an outpouring of love and support for that person. And, that's missing in our lives in a lot of ways. And so this gives us an opportunity to be a community of love and a community of giving for each other as well.
We can't forget about our planet. During Live in 2019, we announced that our sustainability commitments, including a new scoring system designed to assess, score, and improve environmental impact of our top products by the end of 2020, began to roll out. By the end of 2023, we expect that 100% of our products will be assessed and scored and mindfully making changes to benefit our planet. So we're right on these goals. The environmental impact scoring system is in place, and we're already seeing the benefits.
Just in closing, I'd love to just ask you, you've been at this 36 plus years now, and if you could give a message to all the people that are watching, what is your great hope going forward? You started something, it grew, it's turned into a worldwide phenomenon, and it is blessing lives. But what do you hope for the future? Steve, we'll start with you, and then go to Blake, and then finish with Sandy.
Oh, the usual pattern is that people find success and then they become ugly people. That doesn't have to be the case. We haven't seen that happen in New Skin, and I guess our hope is that as we become larger and more affluent and reach more people, that we'll continue to do more and more good in the world.
Thank you. I'd say keep your eye on the ball. The ball here is lifting others. We lift them with the products, we lift them with the opportunity, and we lift them with our success. But as you focus on just lifting another life each day, maybe each hour, maybe each week, and you just persist in doing that, it makes your life better and better. You lift yourself, and it becomes more and more enjoyable. And this is hard work. This isn't a place where you come and rest and have success. But for those who are diligent in lifting other people in their lives consistently over time, they lift themselves and they wake up in a better place.
And I want everyone to understand that they are powerful. They have within themselves every single tool that is necessary for them to succeed. And the choice that they have to make is to move confidently in the direction of their dreams, motivated by love. And if they do these two things and help people along the way, then they will be successful. They'll bring empowerment to others while they empower themselves. But it really starts, you have to believe in yourself and you have to believe in what you're sharing. So use the products, talk to people, share with everyone you know, and be motivated by love.
Oh, so well said. I'm inspired every time I get to sit down with you founders. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you watching. We know that you are actively trying to be a force for good throughout the world every day. You are amazing. Thank you again to our founders, Steve, Blake, and Sandy, for the examples they set forth every day. And I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say how grateful we are for what you have done throughout the years. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoy the rest of your event. Have a great day, and remember, we love you.
Ruth. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
We love you.
We love you. Thank you so much. 네, 정말 이분들의 얘기 중에서 계속 반복적으로 들렸던 그 목소리가 바로 Force for Good이라는 얘기인 것 같습니다. 선의의 힘, helping others, 다른 사람을 돕는 일. 처음부터 끝까지 그 메시지는 변함이 없었던 것 같습니다. 여러분, 영상 잘 보셨나요? 다시 한번 좋은 말씀 나눠주신 우리 블레이크